Hello, everyone, and welcome to another short video on our own devices. I'm Jean Messier, and today we're having a look at a neat piece of chemical analysis equipment. This is what's known as a Hellige-type comparator, and this is used to determine the pH and chlorine level of drinking water. Now, pH affects the quality of drinking water in two important ways. First, if water is too acidic or alkaline, it tends to accelerate the corrosion of metal water pipes, increasing maintenance costs and potentially leaching various metals into the water supply. Secondly, pH greatly affects the germicidal effectiveness of water chlorination. So, at lower pHs, free chlorine tends to form hypochlorous acid, whereas at higher pHs, it tends to form hypochlorite ions. Now, since hypochlorous acid is far more effective as a germicide than hypochlorite, it is typically preferred to keep drinking water at a lower pH. However, this must also be balanced against the corrosion effect I mentioned before, meaning that depending on the material used in the pipes, most municipal water supplies are maintained at a pH of around 6.5 to 8.5. Now, this particular device appears to be based on a series of patents filed in the late 1930s by one Friedrich Asmus working for Fritz Hellige GmbH, a German manufacturer of medical equipment founded in 1895 and based in Freiburg. But this particular example was manufactured by Wallace and Tiernan, founded in 1911 by Charles Wallace and Martin Tiernan. And this company is notable for being among the first to develop and successfully market a gas water chlorination device. Now, the first large-scale use of gas chlorination to disinfect a municipal water supply took place in 1913 in Philadelphia, and the practice soon spread across the rest of the United States and the world. Now, in 1921, Wallace and Tiernan moved their headquarters to Belleville, New Jersey, and by the late 1920s, they had foreign subsidiaries in the UK and Germany. Now, in addition to water chlorination units, Wallace and Tiernan also produced precision fluid metering equipment, altimeters and barometers, and analytical equipment like this comparator. Now, starting in 1969, they went through a number of mergers and acquisitions, and today operate as the Evoqua Water Technologies subsidiary of Siemens. Right, so let's have a closer look at this unit and see how it works. As you can see, this comes in a very simple yet sturdy cardboard case with a nice purple velvet lining. Now, the fact that this is finished in olive drab and that I found it on an army base suggests that this was originally military issue, though there's no sort of stock number anywhere on this, and I haven't been able to find if and when the Canadian military adopted and used this device. Though if any of you were in the Canadian Forces and ever used one of these, please let me know. Anyway, if we look inside the case, there are four basic components here. We have the main body of the comparator, one of two comparator wheels, a separate eyepiece, and eyedropper bottle for a chemical indicator. So if we pull this out, we'll see that in the top, we have two wells, one for another eyedropper bottle of chemical indicator, and the other under this hinged cover containing two glass cuvettes. Now, if we open up the back here by removing these two thumb screws, we find a compartment with a light bulb, a momentary switch, and space for two batteries. And then if we open up the front, we can swap in one of our two comparator discs. And you'll see that one wheel is for measuring pH and the other for chlorine content. Right, so to use this, you first insert the appropriate comparator wheel. You would then fill both glass cuvettes with a sample of the water that you are testing, and then treat the innermost one using a chemical indicator. So if you're testing for pH, you would use something called bromothymol blue, which changes color from a pale yellow at pH 6.0 to dark blue at pH 7.6. While for chlorine, you would use orthotolidine, which goes from pale yellow at concentrations below 0.6% to dark yellow-orange above 5.0%. And interestingly, during the Second World War, Wallace and Tiernan produced a militarized version of this device for detecting residual chlorine and other war gases. If you want to learn more about the fascinating chemistry of detecting chemical weapons, please check out my numerous videos on the topic, link in the description. Finally, you attach this eyepiece over these two windows leading into the cuvettes, and this has a pair of prisms inside that allow you to see both cuvettes at the same time and compare their colors. You then push on the momentary switch at the back to light up the bulb, look through the eyepiece, and then rotate the comparator wheel until the color on both sides of the eyepiece match. And then you read off your pH or your chlorine concentration in this little window on the side. And that's pretty much all there is to it. It's really quite a simple design and apparently an effective one because versions of this are still being sold to this day. So that's all I have for you today. Unfortunately, not a lot of specific information out about these things. I don't even know exactly when this one was manufactured, though given the construction, I would guess maybe late 1940s, early 1950s. But if any of you out there are more familiar with these devices or have records from Wallace and Tiernan available, please let me know in the comments. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time on another video where we'll look at yet more fascinating devices just like this one. Until then, I'm Jean Messier from Our Own Devices. Have a great day.